At this age, when they learn something, they're like, I never knew that. I mean, they really didn't.
Yeah, they really
No. Sometimes I'm sure with college kids, you're like, how did you
not know that? Like, how did you make it this far in life? Hi, y'all. This is Michelle and Lauren with the Dependas. And today we are excited to have another Inspo Milspo interview with one of our very own. This is Mrs Pennington. And she is a pre-K teacher here at Bradley Elementary. She is actually my daughter's pre-K teacher.
So she's really patient.
So she's super patient. But we are so privileged to have you with us. So thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your teaching experience?
Well, I actually started out trying to get a science teacher degree, and I worked at the school with the children's theater as my work study, and the teachers came up to me and said, Serene, get in early childhood. So I moved down to early childhood, but I had to keep taking college classes to keep my science scholarship. So I actually have a science degree as well. So I have a Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Education when most people get a Bachelor of Arts.
Right.
So
that's awesome. And then you have a higher level degree.
Right. I have a master's in early childhood as well.
Where have you taught?
I started out in Oklahoma where I got my teaching degree. At that time it was one of the few states that actually had early childhood, so my certificate became in early childhood, and a lot of the school districts were changing over. So I started out teaching kindergarten, and I had a full day program.
God bless you.
It was a time.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even like my own kids.
I know.
All day.
So I stayed in Oklahoma till 1996 when my oldest son was born. The year before that was the Murrah building bombing, and I was in an Oklahoma City school where the windows crashed.
Oh my
And some of my kids lost parents that day. And so I felt really that I was needed in that community, so I enjoyed my time.
So you brought a lot of stability.
Right, and that was before my husband, he was actually enlisted at that time. He was doing the reserves and finishing up his degree.
Wow.
My principal at the time was the National Guard, and she became the first female National Guard general.
Wow.
And she took off from being a principal to go on with that.
What educators do, and the roles that women fill that we aren't even aware of. That's incredible.
Or not even National Guard or reservists that you don't realize because they live
They serve
civilian lives. You know?
It blows my mind. That's amazing. And so after Oklahoma,
we actually went up to Virginia. I did some in Maryland because we actually lived up in that area at Fort Lee. And from there we went to Germany, and I again taught kindergarten, and it was 2 half-day sessions there.
a little reprieve, a
Yeah.
little different.
And that's something with the Dodds schools. They had half-day. Some of the school districts have half-day or full-day programs, so the parents have that option. And so that's one of the differences I've seen, that in most civilian schools it's either one way or the other.
Right. Other places besides Germany that you taught overseas?
I taught in Egypt at an international school for 2.5 years. Enjoyed my time there. I'm not sure I want to go back at this time.
Maybe not. Maybe we'll stay put in Kansas right now.
But it was a great experience. My husband was actually stationed, and there's bases there that I had no idea.
And so when did y'all head back stateside?
We headed back here in 2008, and my husband went to ILE here at Fort Leavenworth, and I subbed at Eisenhower.
Okay.
And so you've been here at Bradley for
This is my third full year.
Okay.
In between, I was in Ohio and Texas.
You've traveled. You've got some frequent flyer miles under your belt.
And we actually went back to Germany, so we started in Baumholder, and this last tour we went to Vilseck, and I taught what they call the Sure Start program, which is like our Head Start, but for military, and it's E4 and below are the main candidates in the program.
So what do you find, because you have taught in the civilian sector and you've taught in a military-based sector in DoD schools and then here on post, do you find any differences?
Well, like Texas is very similar to the program here because it's not a Dodge school either on post. They fall under the clean school districts. And you have your really great schools and you have some schools that really need improvements. So you see a lot more of that, I'd say, in Texas at that type of school. But when you get into Fort Campbell, they actually have posts that the school district, the Dodds program, took over because they felt like the military children weren't getting what they needed. So, I think the military's been great about working that aspect and trying to make sure the kids are getting the best education possible.
Well, and I'll say that Lauren's daughter, oldest daughter, and my oldest daughter both go to this school, and
Yeah.
I have nothing but rave
Yeah,
reviews
it's been
for
awesome.
everything that y'all have done. I just can't sing your praises enough for all that you have done for my daughter and for all the other pre-K kids in here. What do you find that drives you and fills your passion for this teaching this age?
Well, like I said, I've worked with all the way up to college students, and I like to see them excited about wanting to become a teacher. At this age, when they learn something, you know, they're like, I never knew that. I mean, they really didn't.
Yeah, they
They
didn't
really
know.
Sometimes I'm sure with college kids, you're like, how did you
not know that? Like, how did you make it this far in life? But when you're 5,
Yeah.
They
It's
really
a big
don't.
deal. Well, thank you, Ms. Pennington, so much for what you do, for the choices that you made, for the service that you've given with your husband serving and your children serving as military kids.
Yeah.
That's a huge endeavor to take on, and we say thank you, that we appreciate you, and we value your service and all you've done for our kids. So if y'all have any fantastic educators, teachers that you want to tell us about, put it in our comments, give them a shout out. We want to know about them. We want to know the differences that they've made in your children's lives. Thanks so much for joining us today, guys. Have a great day.